Hi, welcome to the show. Welcome to Talking Reckless. My name is Matt Eads. I'm joined by Oliver Regular.
Back, bitches.
He's back. Kevin Byer. Bitches. Kevin Byer.
Yeah, that's what they call me.
Yeah, Kevin Bitches Byer.
Kevin Bitches,
quotes in the middle.
Bitches Byer. We can shorten it.
Kevin, I'm back.
Welcome back, Oliver. It's been a while since we've seen you here on the video game podcast. You're on the D&D podcast.
Yeah.
Every week that goes.
Yep.
Which, off the top, should be on this Sunday. This episode's going to go up, I think, on Saturday. I'm going to post this one early because we missed last week. D&D should be on Sunday, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard. 6 p.m. Mountain Standard. Come and join us. Oliver, you be here for 5.
Yep.
4:30.
4:30. Oliver, you be here for 4:30. Everyone else be here for 5. Audience, let's meet at 6.
Okay, right on. Yeah, I'm back. Like, fucking, it's been a long time.
It's been a really long time.
Since I've been on one of these.
Things have changed. The Patreon rework is done. Annual Patreon subs on sale now until the end of the month. Matt's anime podcast of high-class eloquentness and no lewdness or no filth. It is only going to be top tier family friendly anime. Is going to be starting very soon. So if you are one of the voting tiers and have yet to vote, make sure you go vote. There's still time to get signed up and vote if you want to vote on the anime we'll be watching for the first one.
What's in the lead so far? Are you willing to say?
I don't actually know. So if you are a voter also, because some people get more votes based on what tier they're at, it does show numbers on the poll. Those are unreliable. So don't vote with the poll. Don't be like, haha, this one's in first, so I'm going to do it. Vote with your heart, because you never know.
That's right.
But I think, I don't know, Attack on Titan might be one.
Just like any true democracy, the people who pay more get more votes.
Goddamn right.
What are the candidates?
Cowboy Bebop. I have to go look. Attack on Titan.
That's one that my buddy, who I've camped with recently and a lot, is like, hey, you should watch Attack on Titan.
Yeah, everybody says I should watch it.
You've never watched it?
I've never watched it.
I've watched maybe like 2 or 3 episodes, and I'm like, yeah, there's some giants.
Yeah, I've seen an episode or two. I've seen a big
giants.
naked man.
Yeah, and there's fucking guys with fucking giant swords, like tiny, like regular sized people with giant swords.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
That's just anime.
As yeah,
they
par for course.
They grapple hook around.
Yep.
I'm trying to pull see if I can find it in the time.
Cowboy Bebop is one that's been around for a long time that I've never actually watched.
It's like quintessential classic anime watching, they say. Seems to be... I cannot see this in a timely fashion. I'm sorry, I don't know them off the top of my head because I've never watched any of them. It's
Full Metal Alchemist?
I've seen Full Metal. It's not on the list, but I'd do a podcast one day on Full Metal.
I'm not insisting upon that, but that's in my...
That's another good quintessential...
In my knowledge of...
Easy to watch.
Castlevania?
That one was made in America, so I don't know.
It might not actually count.
We have some...
Oh, there's rules. Yeah.
They're not my rules, but listen, I went into the anime channel of the Discord one time to talk about, I think it was about Castlevania or something that was made in America, and, well, I learned my lesson, let me tell you.
The anime channel is the only Discord channel that I've permanently muted.
Because it's always so bumping. It's because there's like 10,000 messages all the time.
What do you got in giant robots?
Giant robots? I think Cowboy Bebop not giant robots? I think that's mechs and robots, and there might be a Gundam in there somewhere.
Gundam, yeah.
Simco.
Robotech.
Something.
Macross Plus.
I don't even know because they're
Macross.
all... I don't even... Like, the names aren't... I'm not like, oh, I recognize that name. I can... Cowboy Bebop and Attack on Titan are the two that I remember. But go look at the list.
Teen Oliver was all about anime.
Yeah, adult Matthew is kind of becoming more, not all about, but more about anime.
Yeah,
anime's okay.
Anime's okay.
It's a medium for telling stories like anything else. I watched a wild anime on Netflix about compulsive kids who go to a school, and after school they gamble, and it's Dragon Ball Z, but instead of power levels they have bank totals, and like, oh, you can't challenge that. He's got 1 million yen bank. Oh, he's so powerful. Such a good gambler. It's very stupid, but I think that is one of the ones on the list, even so. Kuruguri, I think it's called. Patreon.com/TalkingReckless Podcast. Go check out that rework. And if you are on that final tier for the shirts, you have to the end of September to get in for that first shirt. Otherwise, you're going to miss it. It'll be gone forever. I'm not going to say, I don't know what the shirt's going to be yet. I do know what it is, but I'm not going to reveal what it is yet.
You're doing shirts?
Yes.
Is it obviously limited run, hey?
Yes.
Whoa.
Here's how it works. You're in the top tier of the Patreon. Every 6 months, there's going to be a shirt. Or every 6 months of being at that tier, you will get a shirt, but the shirts are going to rotate. So if you miss the first one, and then the first 6 months, you'll get the second one. If you miss that one, you'll...
What are these shirts all about? Like...
What do you mean? They're exclusive,
Like
handcrafted,
black shirt, just simple saying? Or what?
designed by your... They're all going to be different. One of them might say, a picture of Goku in a farmer's hat, and it's going to say Simple Saiyan on it, just like you suggested right now. Done. Simple Saiyan.
I would like to recommend at least one of the shirts have a tie-dye theme.
Yeah, we should probably do that.
Yeah,
That'd
definitely,
be dope.
definitely.
Yeah.
Because we should chat about that, because Amber's, like... She has the capabilities of making shirts now.
Oh shit! I
Yeah.
never even. Okay, yeah, we should talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, because I was just gonna make them. I was gonna get them made somewhere else and ship them out. But
A limited run, though, right? Like,
yeah, super limited. Like
What are the numbers?
8 people.
Perfect.
Less than that probably. Depends on how many people sign up for the Mean Muggers Club.
Because, yeah.
It's Donkey Kong time.
Yeah.
Would be
Absolutely. We
a
wanted to make...
great shirt.
We wanted to make shirts like that.
Okay, yeah, that's spoilers. The first shirt might be it's Donkey Kong time.
And we...
Hello, fellow gamers.
And they're
It's
even
Donkey
more
Kong
exclusive
time.
now if they're made by Amber.
Yeah,
we
they're
have
literally made
we have
here.
searched out like a Donkey Kong like font because again she's dabbling in this shit and we're like, it's Donkey Kong time, that's perfect, and she's like, yeah, it is perfect. And then so I'm searching for like, what does Donkey Kong font even look like?
I don't even know what that means.
Yellow and red.
Yeah, and like I know when I see it. It's got stars. It's got stars above and below. It's got a
You're
certain
not familiar
font
with
to
this?
it.
It's Donkey Kong time thing?
I know what it's Donkey Kong
Okay,
time
perfect.
is.
Yeah,
Donkey Kong font. You're not.
Yes, Donkey Kong font is what I'm not on board with.
yeah, that'd be dope. We should. You should go to
Yeah.
mock one up, or I can mock one up, and then yeah, that'd be cool.
Let's chat about that.
Yeah, especially if we start having shirts to actually show people of like, yo, this is the shirt. But they're all going to be like that, kind of not inside jokes, but things that are. I think a dabbing Solaire would be the Dark Souls man doing the dab. I think would be real dope.
Simple saying.
Simple saying. Know what I'm saying.
You bump that camera.
Yeah, I'm gonna move this picture off of you. We'll put it up there.
You should put your face. Yeah, perfect.
There we go. Look at that.
For the viewers only.
There we go. Yeah, for the video version of this podcast. Patreon.com/TalkingRocks podcast. Thanks so much for the folks who have signed up. It's been a good show and support. We're almost to that second goal too. The endurance run draws nigh. Shenmue.
You gonna play Shenmue?
Andy's gonna play Shenmue. I'm just gonna be the one fucking riding shotgun.
Drinking beside him and goading him into playing this game.
More forklift races.
Forklift races.
Ryu.
Bubble like claw game things.
Oh, I can get on board with
the
both
gotchas.
plugs. Yeah,
I'm sure there's a card game, right?
I hope so.
Have you ever
Tiles
played?
or something. There's
I
gotta
don't
be
even
tiles.
know what you're talking about.
You don't know what Shenmue is?
No.
It's like
Every time I think that Kevin is into this obscure old fucking Japanese game, which I'm pretty sure he is, he's not.
secretly.
Yeah.
I'm like the most mainstream person in this podcast, I would say.
I guess it's because we're sort of like the same age,
Yeah.
and like
You and I are like the same age. You and Kevin can't. Kevin and I are not the same age. You and
No.
you and I are the
Kevin
same
and
age.
I are way
We're, like,
closer
right close.
together
How
than
old
you
are
and
you?
I. I'm 36 in October.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
You are old. You are very old.
He's gonna be
40.
He's gonna be 36. I'm gonna be 37.
Youthful
Damn.
exuberance. It's the whiskey and the moisturizer.
Every day, every morning.
Yeah.
A lot of people wear gloves. My sister's cousin said you should wear gloves to bed, but
Put a little bit of sunscreen in it.
what's may he rest in peace. What have you been up to, Oliver? We haven't seen you in like a long time on the video game podcast.
Not video games.
Yeah, this is your time to tell us about not D&D. Or tell us about D&D
I
if
can
you
tell you
want.
about all the video games that I have in queue, which I think about playing all the time.
Just waiting for winter.
I finally have The Last of Us 2 in my possession, and I think about playing that all the time. I have the Last of Us soundtrack that in my sort of regular rotation on my Spotify, which I play in my office all the time.
I mean,
And I'm
that's
like,
basically like if you're just listening to the soundtrack, that will give you the gist of the game, right?
yeah, fucking loneliness and
Yeah.
fucking depression And like, holy shit, like this game is a bummer, but man, is this music very good.
Is there any Pearl Jam on that
I don't know.
soundtrack?
I haven't listened to part 2.
Or Johnny, what's I'm just alone? Is that Johnny Cash?
I don't know.
Wayfaring stranger.
I know there's some sweet aha in that soundtrack.
Yes, yeah,
I haven't listened to part 2 because I kind of want to save that until I play the game.
yeah. You should probably just play that game.
And yeah, again, I think about
Listen to our spoiler cast after.
yeah. I'm really looking forward to that too because that's like what 6 or 7 hours.
Yeah, like 6.5.
Nice.
A third as long as the fucking game.
I also think about finishing Final Fantasy VII because I had a great time with that game.
How far are you? Where'd you get to?
I think he's in chapter 3. I think he's like still
Okay.
super early.
I'm with Aerith, and we're
Okay.
approaching. It's not the Golden Saucer.
It's
Oh, the honey.
Sector 7.
The honey.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah. The
the
casino
walled city,
district
yeah.
or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Wall
Wall
Market.
Market. That's the one.
yeah. That's right.
Like getting.
I just saw Tifa just ride off.
Oh yeah, she like all dressed up.
Yeah, and she's all dressed up, and she's like, "I don't need your help." And then all Cloud's like, "Oh, I need to help her."
Yeah.
And
You're kind of getting there. You're almost at my favorite part of the game. You're almost at moment of the year 2020.
and I remember vaguely from the original game what's going to happen. And again, I think about this.
It's so good.
And
It's
then-
so good, Oliver. Go to the honeybee.
And then also in that same stack of games, there's the Star Wars game, which I'm like, I don't really want to play that game.
Did that come out? That didn't come out this year. That came out-
Fallen Order. That was last year.
Yeah, that was
it?
last year.
Yeah,
That was
'cause
like number
November.
3 on our game of the
Oh,
year or
let's
something
do-
like that.
Yeah, because the ending was one of the moments of the year.
Yeah.
And then often on Reddit, I will see gifs of Ghost of Tsushima, and I'm like, that game looks fucking cool, but Matt says it's not that cool. Is it cool?
I haven't played it yet.
Oh.
That if no one's gonna play it, that I want to check out that multiplayer mode, that co-op mode when it comes out. Brando and I probably check that out.
Yeah, I am looking into playing it. It's just I don't know. After playing through Last of Us 2, I kind of need a break from console games because I'm very hot and cold with the way I play my video games. It's like I'll play PC games for a big stretch, and then I'll switch and play console games for a big stretch. I don't really play 2 different games at the same time, so.
Mm-hmm.
As I have 2 games on my list today.
And there's one more. Man of Medan.
Oh yeah,
I took out from the library
yeah.
pre-COVID. And
The second
then
one is coming out like right away.
during COVID, they shut down the libraries, so I never returned it. And then after, well, like, quote-unquote, post-COVID, they're like, hey, we're not going to charge late fees anymore. So it's just been sitting
Suckers!
so it's been sitting on my Xbox this whole time. And Amber and I keep talking about playing it together.
You guys should. That thing's the co-op mode. And that thing is really cool.
You know, there's probably one person who's been on that waiting list for
I
like 8
know.
months now who's like, I really want to play
I
this
know, and I
game.
feel bad. I totally feel bad.
Not bad enough to ever do anything about
I feel
it.
bad because I know what it's like to be on a waiting list for some of these games. And then also, like, I think about it and I'm like, well, they're not going to charge me, so it's just going to sit on my Xbox because me and Amber want to play it one time. And yeah, I've been thinking a lot about playing games. You guys just have not pulled the trigger.
Well, you know, winter's coming.
Yeah.
Summer is. People would be camping. People be.
Yeah, summer is waning for sure.
Especially this summer. People feel
Winter
like they
is
gotta get out.
is snowboarding season though.
It's true.
Yeah, but that's not every time.
Out to the
Snowboarding
mountains.
is still super expensive.
Well, you can't go snowboarding for free?
No, I can't go snowboarding for free.
What? Why not?
Because the lifts cost money to run. It costs a lot of money to pay these fucking Aussies
Oh yeah.
to run these lifts.
And it's always Aussies.
Always Aussies. Love
Pretty
them,
much
though.
always.
Yeah, love them though.
Why don't you just go off trail? Just hike up the side of a mountain and just.
That's how you get caught in avalanches, and that's how you die.
That's how you get rescued by helicopters.
Yeah, free helicopter
Yeah,
ride.
free helicopter ride.
I don't think it's free.
No, not anymore.
Did it used to be?
Yeah,
What?
I think it was 2017 or 2018. They changed it so that if you get rescued by helicopter when you're out of bounds, that they charge you for it.
Well, that sucks. That would be a great way to get a free helicopter out.
You die. You just die. Avalanches are scary.
Avalanche, you're telling me, avalanche, here in Canada, it's a constant threat of avalanches.
Avalanches and tree wells. Have you guys ever heard of tree wells?
What's a tree well?
So around trees, right? The snow doesn't get packed down as much as like regular groom runs.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are skiing in and out of the trees, which I like to do, sometimes it's too soft, and so the snow, you
like
sink
into it.
you
Yeah.
sink right next to the trees, and
Do you like come to a like complete stop? You like are skiing and you're just like whoa, in this hole.
as long as you keep your skis up, you're good. But like, let's say you're going and then you sort of
Sounds less. I'd rather hit a tree well than an avalanche. Sounds less. This sounds like not in the same league as we're talking about these two dangerous things.
Tree wells have claimed lives. At like the Alberta ski resorts, it's not terrible because we don't get as much snow as maybe like some BC resorts and some like backcountry resorts. But there's still a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking.
Broke my leg skiing a lot of years ago. Haven't been since.
You told
It's
me
a devil
that,
sport. Satan skiing. What about video games, Kevin?
I have played a few video games.
Yeah?
Yeah. So a new Hearthstone patch came out.
Big change. Sweeping change.
I'm sure there was constructed changes and like card changes and stuff like that, but
We don't
care about any of that. There's been a couple battleground changes.
3 new heroes.
3 new heroes. They made
One seems very good.
Uh,
The one where you guess if guess a person is going to win and get 2 gold if you do. Well, it costs 1 but get 3.
cost 1, get 3.
Yeah.
The super good one is the one where you pick a unit and then get a random unit out of the store. It just switches the two.
That does seem good.
So you play the new tech is to play pogos, because as long as you get 1 pogo, you can keep switching it out and buying a new pogo every turn. So it's like it's like you're playing pogos, but you're not relying on RNG to get a whole bunch of them.
Because it just goes back in the tavern.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it keeps
that
all
seems
its
broken.
it keeps all its buffs.
That seems like something they have to fix.
So no, it's working as intended. It's exactly how they want it. What's not working as intended, though, is their new party queue system, which turns out in a game where you play with 8 people.
It's an 8-person free-for-all.
Yeah, it's an 8-person free-for-all. Turns out if you allow people to queue as a party of 4, that it can be easily exploited.
What? No. Because everyone... So Hearthstone Battlegrounds is a game... It's an auto-battler, but everyone, like most auto-battlers, is pulling out of the same pool. So with 4 people coordinating, all pulling out of the same pool of cards, you could 1,000% completely run that game between you.
Yeah, I played... I think we played 4 games with 4 of us, and we weren't even being as shitty as we could have been. We were still trying to beat each other. But in the early game, we kind of, hey, let's level at the same time. Hey, I have a way bigger board than you, so let me purposely screw up my order so that you get a couple easy kills so I don't hit you for 17. I'll only hit you for like 11 or something like that. But there's a lot of ways to exploit it. I was watching this one streamer who I watch occasionally, and he was in a group of 4. And one of the heroes in Battlegrounds is named Rafam. So his hero power is the first time you kill a unit in a round, you get that unit into your pool. So every time he was playing against someone in his party, he'd be like, hey, I want that unit. Make sure it goes first so that I can kill it and get it for free. Hey, you have that taunt unit. Can you sell it right now so I can actually get the unit that I want?
They should. If you queue up solo, are you still playing against solo queues?
No. If you queue up solo, you are up against the pool. There's no.
That super sucks.
There's no like four teams don't team with 4 teams. It's just everybody's in the pool. The group of 4 just all get into the same game. So
that really blows.
Yeah,
that really blows. I hope they change that soon.
They definitely need to do something about it because there has been a ton of complaints.
Yeah, that seems ill thought out. Very fun game. You and I did a little stream of that on Sunday.
Was that? Yeah, that was this week.
Yeah.
I guess last week, as it were.
Yeah, it's a fun. It's like one of my favorite. I don't like Hearthstone at all. Hearthstone is probably my least favorite card game to play, but the Auto Battler is quite good.
Yeah,
I
I've
love the Auto
really got
Battler a lot.
over Hearthstone Constructed.
Yeah, it
I
sucks.
played it a
It's
bunch
so...
when it first came out, and then I remember exactly when I stopped was when they started doing set rotations.
Yep.
And then I stuck in a little bit longer, and then they just started retiring cards altogether.
It is the most pay to win that it has ever been.
Yeah,
You want to
for
be good
sure,
at Hearthstone,
for sure.
spend more money.
Buy all
You can-
the cards.
You can always buy more powerful cards.
If you don't have the powerful cards, then you just you're a bronze player like me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas in the Auto Battler, everyone is on an even footing.
Yeah, I'm almost 8,300 now.
I'm almost back up to 6.
Nice.
Finally climbing to 6.
Yeah.
You start at 4,000.
Hearthstone's that free to play World of Warcraft esque game,
Yeah.
Card
Yeah.
game.
Card game.
and yes, buying packs and shit makes you a lot better.
Yeah.
Well,
But
it gives you access to better cards. You can still be super shitty if you have all the good cards and still lose a whole bunch.
Yeah.
It's just way harder.
But what's this even ground thing that you're talking about?
The Auto Battler mode is you don't go with a deck of your own. Everybody is pulling cards out of a like collective pool. We all put our hands into the middle and take a card, basically.
Yeah, forgive me for being way back, like maybe 2 years ago, but there was like that arena mode that was...
Yeah, it's
Right?
similar. The arena mode, you build a deck to play the regular Hearthstone with, constructed with, where you're just playing regular Hearthstone after that. This mode, like all your units fight by themselves. It's a different. The heroes are completely different. There's a whole set of heroes only in Battlegrounds. It's
Yeah,
a different game.
There's like
Yeah.
2 phases to the game. There's the buy phase where you pick which units you want to buy and then you put them into your army. And then there's the battle phase where anything that you've bought and put into your army will fight against someone else's army. But the only thing you have control over is the order that they attack in. They'll always attack from left to right, and they'll always attack things that have taunt. So that's really the only decisions you have is how to order your units for when they attack.
Yeah, there's depth to it. There's
Yeah,
like
but
there's a form of economying and
Yeah.
it's cool. It's very cool. It's a very unique take on those Auto Battlers, and I played a lot.
But yeah, I do hope that they figure out a way to both keep the parties of 4.
Yeah, let the 4Qs make the 4Qs play 4Qs like every other game.
But how do you deal with 3Qs is the problem.
Don't allow 3Qs again. 3Q. Yeah, I guess that's weird with 8 people.
Yeah, I guess 3.
Letting people
3,
queue up in an
2.
Auto Battler doesn't make sense, anyways.
That's true.
You shouldn't
It
let
really
people do it.
doesn't.
Period. It's a
Yeah.
free for all game. It is literally only used for collusion and cheating, and like there's no. You're playing against everyone. There's no Kevin and I being in the same game. We're just chatting. It's not like we're interacting with each other. We might
Yeah.
see each other's board every now and again. Be like, wow, that's a crazy board, I guess.
Yeah. Or it'll be like, hey, I'm playing Murlocs. Why the hell you keep buying all my Murlocs?
Yeah, like we might as well just be playing our own separate games and be chatting. You're like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, I got this great unit or whatever.
I'm going to a Battlegrounds tournament next week.
Oh shit.
Our buddy who owns the board game cafe is putting on a tournament next Thursday.
Are they open? Open for
Yeah, they've been open for a while.
business?
Yeah,
Renovations and shit, eh?
yeah.
Renovations.
No, I don't know.
What? Do you renovating a store again? Which store?
They only have the one store now,
Yeah,
right?
Oh, which one?
yeah.
75th.
Downtown closed.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
And they've done some renovations.
Oh yeah, shows you're better friends with Brian than I am.
I'm not better friends with Brian than I am. I just follow him on Instagram.
You're better friends with Brian than I am.
See, yeah, that's the thing. Following him on Instagram, that makes you friends.
Yeah, well, updates.
Yeah.
One last question. I recall something called like auto battle chess. Is this the same thing that you guys are talking about?
Yes.
Yep. Similar.
Okay.
It's like Dota. Dota auto chess is probably what you're thinking of.
Yeah.
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 Matt used to play that a lot.
Yeah, very similar. But instead of Hearthstone cards, you play with little Dota heroes. But they all come out of a pool that you're all picking from at the same time. And there's a buy phase and an attack phase. And
Okay, right on.
it's
Yeah,
kind of
I
a,
remember.
it's a genre.
Yeah, that was always like off-putting because it was like auto chess.
Yeah, the chess is a bad battler.
Yeah,
we call them battle because it was played on a grid before. You used to position. Well, some of them you do position on a chess board. This one you don't.
Yeah.
They're cool games.
Yeah. Well, I like this one. I never really got into the other ones because they were too confusing for me.
Underlords is very dope still.
Yeah. And I have also picked up the new RimWorld expansion.
New as of
What was?
a year, 6 months ago.
No, it came out second week of August.
That's definitely not true.
Yeah.
All right, the loyalty expansion, right?
Uh,
Or royalty. pardon
royalty
me.
expansion. Yeah. Yeah, I want to say it came out in August sometime.
I think maybe it was an early access, and I bought it last year, February 2020.
No, that's
February 24th, 2020.
that doesn't seem right.
Yeah, no, it's not.
There was an update to the expansion in
okay.
August.
Oh, all right.
Okay, there you
Yeah.
go. There you
Okay.
go. That's what tipped me off to it.
So how is the new?
I
royalty?
honestly don't know. I have played a little bit. I literally downloaded it again last night and installed it.
Yeah.
Played about an hour and a half. I'm trying the scenario where you only start with one person.
That's very hard.
So we'll see how that goes. I
Yeah.
haven't seen any of the new stuff yet, but I'm sure I am right on the cusp.
Yeah, there's a lot of I don't remember all the systems, but there's a quest system now. There's
Yeah.
a not a reputation, but
It's
a
like
honor.
Imperial favor or
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah, there's a
for
whole
this-
bunch of
for this royalty faction.
different. They had psionic abilities.
Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of like a lot of the things they added were like that Star Wars mod that we played with all the force powers.
Yeah.
So now that's all psychic power stuff, and it's all kind of like base games. So
It was kind of one of the things that made me I hesitated on buying the expansion because you can do so much with the mods, and even after getting the expansion,
yeah,
a lot of that stuff you could probably get a very very similar experience through.
I'm sure
through
you can.
mods.
I'm sure you can.
I don't know. So many of the mods for RimWorld are so involved and well put together that it kind of feels like you're paying for one almost with the expansion in a way. It felt weird. It felt really weird to cough up that $20 or whatever
Yeah.
for what is kind of a mod in a way, just an official one.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really play with a lot of mods in any of the games I play, so
There's some
when
very
the
good,
base game adds stuff like that in, then it gets me back on board.
Yeah, you should look at I think it's called Colony Manager or something. It lets you put a manager job, so your managers can be oh, we're low on food. Food gatherers go gather food, instead of just having somebody oh, we're gathering food that we don't need, that is just going into waste. It lets you manage your resources and things.
No,
a little more,
I like stockpiling things. I like it when I see 1,000
Yeah.
stack of meat go bad.
Sure, yeah. it's got a lot of stuff to it. Fixes the workshop flow in that game, and
Yeah,
there's a lot of really really good mods for it.
yeah. Like I say, I sure there's great ones out there, but I don't tend to mod much of my stuff. So
It's because you don't, because you're afraid.
I'm a purist.
Because you're afraid.
That's
You don't know.
what they
Because you don't
call
know
us.
how. You're afraid of breaking.
I mean, that is
Something,
also the
Kevin, is
case.
that-
True. Yes, I have no idea. When I did do the Star Wars mod, there was big long instructions about the order you have to put the mods in the mod list, and I'm like, what do you mean I have to put this one at the top? That's too confusing. But yeah, that's pretty much all I played.
Yeah. You didn't play any games, Aoj? Just thinking about games.
Just thinking about games. I have a
that way
queue.
you're never disappointed. Nothing ever lets you down.
Am I gonna be disappointed by these games?
Um,
I feel like the way you're talking about Ghost of Tsushima is setting the bar low, and the way other people are talking about Ghost of Tsushima, I feel like it's gonna be a good game.
it's a good game. It's just there are 5,000 identical walk to a spot, get a thing collectibles. There are 5,000 identical. Oh, I need you to kill these bandits. Come to this place, kill these bandits, please.
I really like the
Lord.
Assassin's Creed games.
You'll love this then. If
Perfect.
copy paste content is your jam,
Perfect.
This game is 60 hours of that.
Yes. After tight, succinct games like The Last of Us, and then I'm going into these open world games that are just fucking collect all this shit. Yes, I think I will. I hope to enjoy that game. I really do.
Yeah, I enjoyed what I played of it.
It looks fucking good.
It just
though, man.
overstays its welcome.
I actually have one more to add to my list.
Sure.
I beat Undermine.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Finally made it through.
Yeah. I think last time I played, I had 4, or last time I talked about it, I think I had 4 of the 5 bosses down.
Yep.
So I got the 5th boss down. Turns out there's a 6th.
Spoilers.
Yeah,
oh
I know.
My.
And
Is there a new game plus or anything? Do you what happens when you beat the game?
Yeah, there's I think I talked about it before, the summoning levels where once you beat all the regular bosses, then you reset and everything gets a little harder kind of thing.
Yeah.
Actually, I think just the bosses get harder. I don't think any of the level content gets harder. But I kind of went through the achievement list just to see what there was to do, to see about maybe platinum in the game. Some of the harder ones were get to summoning level 30, which means beat all the bosses 30 times, and each time they get harder, which seems like it could be pretty difficult. Another one was on a fresh save file, beat the entire game in one go.
That seems hard.
That seems super hard.
Yeah.
Because you don't have any of the upgrades. You're just
Fresh save too.
Yeah.
I mean, you're on. What are you playing that game on? Steam?
Yeah, I'm playing on Steam.
If you want to just unlock all the achievements.
There's a mod for that.
It's not even a mod. It's a like Steam achievement unlocker. It's a thing you download and press unlock the achievements, and your Steam just goes and spits out 5,000 achievements if you want.
That is disgusting.
Why Steam achievements are? I mean, they're not meaningless, but you know they're easy to hack.
Anybody who does that, I am officially disappointed in you on a personal level.
I've platinumed every game on my Steam, Kevin. I've got all the achievements. It's my job, okay? I could have done it.
You could have.
I started playing the Avengers. A new Marvel's Avengers game is out.
Is that out? Like,
Yeah.
officially?
Well, technically, yes. It very much feels like we're playing a beta product, but yeah, it's out. It's out in the world. Boy, oh boy, where to even begin?
From the beginning.
Okay.
Avengers Day.
Avengers Day. Kamala this is the Kamala Khan game. Stars Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel. She becomes Ms. Marvel. Stretchy powers, like Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You're seeing the world through her, basically.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go too much into the story, but A-Day, if you've seen the trailers, a thing happens. And
Yeah, everybody's celebrating the Avengers because fucking rights. They saved the world.
Everybody's celebrating the Avengers. Also, they're unveiling this new experimental infinite energy tech for some reason. They just happen. They're like, wait, what a great time to do this during fucking A-Day. And it goes wrong, and some things happen, and then Kamala has to basically get the band back together.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, the single player is.
I mean, that's like
surprisingly well put together. There is like.
I don't want to call her like a deep cut, but I mean like.
I'd never heard of Ms. Marvel before. I don't read the comics.
No, exactly,
like, what?
Exactly, right. It's not a popular thing, but as a person that reads the comic books, I'm like, I know who that is.
Yeah, and you are playing as everybody, but she is kind of the primary. She's the protagonist.
Through the entire game.
Yep.
Oh wow!
Yeah, there's like a level. You're like, oh, you're Iron Man for a level. Oh, you're Thor for a bit, and so on and so forth.
And here I thought it was gonna be like pick and choose.
So there's like probably about 6. I don't think it's any longer. But about 6 hours of good, very good single player, like almost like Marvel Spider-Man, like well done cutscenes and character moments, and the Avengers are well written and well acted. I wish that. Nolan North wasn't just doing his fucking Nolan North, because that's not Tony Stark. He's Tony Stark.
Tony Stark?
That's not Tony Stark. It's Nolan North just doing his Nolan North voice. But and Laura Bailey is not Scarlet Witch, Black Widow, and similarly like Abby from Last of Us, or 5 million other. A little bit of voice fatigue on them, but
what's her face from Critical Role?
Yeah, Jester.
I guess not.
Laura
not so
Bailey.
much.
Laura Bailey from Critical Role.
Yeah.
The single player was really good. There's about 6 hours of it. It's kind of padded out. There's a few kind of they mix in some multiplayer missions in there, which is a lot more just kind of go to a place and beat some dudes up. Simple stuff. No cutscenes. But the cutscenes and the story they tell it's not great. It's not going to knock your socks off. It is a ABC comic book story 1,000%. But it's well done. The villain is cool. I won't even say in case you haven't seen him in the trailers, because that's a fun reveal. Do you know who it is, Oliver?
I haven't.
Yeah, it's a fun reveal when you're like, oh fuck.
What even happened? What even happens? I know like A-Day gets like crashed.
Yeah, everyone gets, not everyone, but a bunch of people get superpowers. A bunch of Inhumans get created. The Terrazine, no, that's StarCraft. The Terrigen gas gets out.
All right,
and a bunch of people get superpowers. when it works, it's cool. Like, again, that single player stuff is fine. It's pretty good. I don't think it's worth the $80 you pay if you're not interested in the multiplayer stuff. And the multiplayer missions it's a phone call with friends. Like, it's mindless, kind of beat 'em up. 4 people stand on a spot. You get to pick from your different 6 Avengers. They reuse a lot of levels and stuff where, like, it seems like there might only be 2 levels in the game, and they just kind of keep recycling them through that multiplayer content unless you're in a single player set piece. Technically, it's a fucking nightmare. 2 of our 4 can't progress through the story. They're 3 hours through the story and are just blocked, and we've been waiting a week and a half now for a patch. Like, it technically is a nightmare. And even when it runs on Xbox, they do a weird thing where they don't slow down the frame rate, but they like slow down the frame rate they're rendering at. So technically it's at 30 frames per second, but it chugs in a way where, like, you're seeing 30 frames per second, but the game itself is running at, like, it's like chugging, like everything's frozen on the screen for 5 seconds, and everything starts moving again. And my little frame counter is like, well, technically it maintained 30. It's a bunch of bullshit. The game technically, yes, does run 30 frames a second, but is the single worst running game I've ever played. Not ever, but this generation, hands down. And it makes Control look like a fucking dream on consoles. Control runs great compared to the Avengers. And like, it is a technical fucking nightmare. Like I said, two of our 4 have game-breaking, can't play the campaign bugs, and they don't want to jump into the multiplayer because they don't want to get spoiled on the campaign. And like, it 1,000% feels like we're paying for a beta product, where that game needed another 2 months, maybe. Like, game-breaking bugs aside, it is constantly crashing. Like, there's so many bugs, so many bugs. When it works, it is a kind of interesting brawler. Like, the Avengers feel cool to use, where, like, I don't know, the sound Mjolnir makes when Thor hits people is real good, like in the movies, and they have a lot of animations they use in the film. You're like, oh fuck, that's like in the movies, that's dope.
Do they all, like, all these Avengers, do they all feel unique and cool?
Yeah, the like the fighting system and the way they feel unique is like my favorite thing about this game, I think, where they do all feel totally different. They all have similarities, obviously, where, like, X is light attack, Y is heavy attack. But they all have a secondary bar that is different for every hero. So Thor's, for example, is his Odin Force, which fills up over time, and then you kind of burn it to do extra damage and counter it. Iron Man has like an energy meter that he's using as he shoots lasers that goes down. You wait for it to refill. Hulk has Rage that decreases over time, and he has to attack to build it up and stuff. But they do all feel really different and unique. And it seems like they almost have roles in a way where, like, Hulk is very good at taking damage because he has a thing that makes him taunt everyone and gain armor, and Kamala has a heal, so she can kind of be a healer role, and it seems cool. Like, the framework seems very, very cool. Nothing works in it. Nothing ever at all doesn't even come close to being a functioning video game.
Have you put in much time into the multiplayer, or are you guys just kind of waiting until the 4 you can get in?
Warren and I played a little bit because we finished earlier, and now we're waiting until the 4 of us can get in.
Yeah.
But it is a, like, there's nothing to do in that multiplayer. There's only 2 bosses in the game. 3 bosses, I guess, technically. 3, like, boss characters. And the multiplayer missions are go fight those same 2 bosses from the campaign again if you want. And like, one of them you do in the beta. One of them is Taskmaster. So if you want to go fight Taskmaster some more, you can. The multiplayer missions, again, are just, like, reused. I don't even think they're from the campaign. They seem to be their own little thing. But it's like, oh, there's one that's on fire and there's one that's not. And they're like, oh, we carpet bomb the area for you. That's the one that's on fire. And it just seems like you're kind of repeating them all the way through. There's a thing with matchmaking where you can pick any Avenger you want and be like, I want to play as Thor, find me 3 other people. But anyone can start the group. Anyone can start the countdown to launch in the game. And so you never, ever get a group of 4, ever. I've tried probably 30 times because, you usually get to 3 and then someone gets fed up with waiting and says, all right, let's fucking go. When you're all in the world together and you go to move on to the next checkpoint, it has a, like, go and press the button and then you stand on a thing for 10 seconds and it'll warp everyone to the next thing, which again is like, you're never on the same page as everyone else. You've either done the mission 1,000 times. You're like, I don't want to go look at these fucking check mark, these question marks, these chests or whatever. I don't care. Let's just do this daily and get it done. And someone just beelines and teleports everyone else. And you're like, well, I'm over here looking at this chest and this guy just teleported me. Well, like, what are we doing here? it seems to like average your power level when just like Destiny, you have a power level, you're putting gear on, your power level is going higher. It seems to average out your power level. So if you're in a group of 3, like one I had today was I was 90, someone was 60, someone was 30. It averaged out to like 40, which meant the guy who was 30 just couldn't hang, could not. It just was like dead instantly, and it meant that it was just a cakewalk for me and the other level 60 guy. So nobody is having fun, really. Like, it has so many fucking issues. This game.
Who made this game?
Square, Crystal Dynamics. Developed by Crystal D, published by Square.
Tomb Raider game. Weird.
Yeah. It needed another few months. It needed like big time. Big time. They've patched twice, and there are still so many game-breaking bugs through that campaign. It's like less than 50% chance to actually be able to finish it, which is fucked.
Yeah, I'm still interested in it. I think I'm going to wait for some sort of sale.
Yeah.
If I can get it for half price, I'll be happy.
That is my advice to everybody.
Our half price?
No, I'm not buying it on console.
Okay.
I don't want. Okay. I want to play the multiplayer, and I do not want to spend on PS Plus to play on the multiplayer.
All right, fine, that's fair.
I don't know if you
because it's a game I'm thinking about playing.
You need PS Plus for all multiplayers now.
No, not all multiplayer. Things like things that have the proprietary, like Fortnite, you don't. And because you have to sign into a Square Enix thing, I'm wondering if maybe it's all done through Square's matchmaking or something.
Because I just remembered. What was it, a year ago or 2 years ago, they had that big thing where they're like, almost all games will require PS Plus in order to play online now.
Yeah, it used to be
the
that
beginning
way.
of the generation.
Yeah. I don't know if Avengers does or not, but my advice is wait for a sale, wait for this game to actually be finished. Like it's bad right now. The pay $80 to beta test their game fucking sucks ass.
Plus we need new characters.
Yeah, the characters are cool. Like the new characters, I'm really looking forward to because they all feel super unique and different. And it is jarring in a way to go from like I've been playing as this one hero and now the campaign wants me to be someone else and I have to kind of like unlearn all my habits that I have picked up.
Who's your main?
Thor. I like playing Thor.
Yeah,
it's Thor, Iron Man, Hulk, Miss Marvel, Captain America.
Captain America dies in the opening. Captain America dies in that opening cutscene.
And
Steve Rogers dies in that opening cutscene.
So who is
Black Widow?
Black Widow?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a fucking lame one.
It's the movie cast.
I mean, Hawkeye would be better than Black Widow.
Kate
Hawkeye.
Bishop. We're getting Kate Bishop. Hawkeye is the first one.
I
First
fucking love
DLC
Kate
character.
Bishop.
Let me tell you about the Avengers.
I fucking love Kate Bishop.
Well,
and that is a super deep cut.
Great news, Oliver.
Fucking right.
Great
there you go.
news.
$80. Boom. I will think about this game.
Yeah, that's what it'll get me. If they either go on sale, I'll buy it, or if they release Scarlet Witch as a playable character.
Scarlet Witch is coming. We don't know when.
Yeah,
but
that's exactly it. So either it goes on sale or Scarlet Witch comes out. One of those things happens, and I'll buy the game.
It's when it works. It is, I think, at best like a Destiny, a phone call with friends. Only this phone call has a Marvel skin, which is super fun if you're a big movie mark of like, I'm Thor and I'm getting overwhelmed, and then Iron Man just flies by, goes with his lasers. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Is it like very much so pandering to like the movie?
Oh yeah, 10,000%. Every single attack and move they do is 1,000% out of the films. Every single animation where like. I want to rewatch a bunch of Marvel movies. I think Thor is so fucking cool. I think his powers are cool. I think the Mjolnir's cool. I think it sounds cool. I rewatched all the Thor movies and movies with Thor. Big Thor mark. And everything he does in that game. 100% of the things he does in that game where like, you know, when he doesn't have the hammer, there's a thing in Avengers where he throws the hammer down and he fucking headbutts Iron Man. And there's a thing in that game where he throws the hammer down and he headbutts an enemy. Like it is move for move. A lot of those animations are move for move out of the films.
I mean, even like mentioning Kamal as Miss Marvel and even Kate Bishop as the next Hawkeye.
Sir.
Sorry. Those are like comic book references that are not movie references, which is I find super cool.
It is its own.
Yeah,
they're their own
separate.
Avengers.
It's
They're not the
from
movie
that.
things, but they are very very close to the movies.
Yeah.
Like Scott is not Ant-Man yet, or we don't know who Ant-Man's gonna be.
I hope they get Squirrel Girl in there.
Nice.
Gotta get my girl, Squirrel Girl.
Could be. Who doesn't love Squirrel Girl? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it runs like trash. The combat has a depth to it though that I think is really interesting. Like it feels when it runs, not tight, but like there's a skill cap. It feels like you can get good at that combat like you can get good at Dark Souls, which really kind of intrigues me.
Is it like deep
It's
in that
not,
way?
It's not super deep, but it does have elements of depth. You're countering and parrying, and there are perfect dodges, and there's a kind of a crowd control element. I can pin 2 guys under my hammer. That's so dope. That's so dope.
Fucking no Captain America though, hey?
He dies in the opening.
That sucks.
He's in the game.
I know
Spoilers.
he's in the game.
Spoilers.
I
He is
know.
the 6th Avenger.
Okay.
It is actually, they put you through the first character you play is just Captain America, and they teach you the tutorial, and then Cap dies in that cutscene. And you're like, oh, good thing you taught me how to play this character, not in the game, I guess.
But
Got me.
I guess, yeah. But yeah.
So is the person who picks up the mantle a known person?
I'm not saying anything. All I'm saying is Steve Rogers dies in the opening cutscene. Go play the fucking game.
You just told everyone not to buy the game.
When it's on sale, you can DM me. I don't want to say any more spoilers.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I appreciate it because of like when you mentioned Kate Bishop, I'm like, yes.
and they're all
yes.
like, Thor is very close to the movies. He's funny and like, he's
kind of aloof. But
yeah,
like
and
also,
he even like
what
he
Hulk do we get?
sounds like he does. He's got a beard. We got basically Bruce Banner. What do you mean? What Hulk do we? He's the
Is
Hulk
it
from
like
the movies.
the Savage Hulk, or is it like Professor Hulk?
It's not Professor Hulk.
Ah,
Although
that's
you can
good.
get a lot of Hulks. There's a lot of really good Hulk skins. There's like Pimp Hulk.
Oh, they're different skins.
Yeah.
Pimp
Gear
Hulk.
gear doesn't show up on your character, so you're getting gear, but it doesn't have any cosmetic. It has a little cosmetic. Like if you get a fire, Mjolnir has a little fire thing on it because I have a fire Mjolnir or whatever. But yeah, they're selling costumes. Costumes or skins are how you change them.
I love skins.
It's okay. It's not as bad as the beta made it seem, which is refreshing. And then I also played Tell Me Why. The first 2 chapters of Tell Me Why, that new Don't Nod game about twins who can like communicate telepathically. They can
this
kind of
in
share
the
memories.
Life is Strange.
Yeah, I think
universe?
I think it is. I've seen the blue butterfly and the camera, and so they were like, oh, it's these weird something about time travel photography or something in a way that I'm like, oh, I see what you're doing. I'm really enjoying it. Did not care for Life is Strange season 2. Was kind of I think the last Don't Nod game before this.
Yeah, I still haven't even finished that one. I think I'm on chapter 3.
Yeah, I really did not care for it at all. I can barely even tell you what happened.
I didn't have any issues with it. I just fell off and never went back.
It's kind of it was.
I think the problem is games like that. You need to play them as they come out because then it gives you the drive to want to play them.
With Life is Strange 2, even like it just. I don't think it's very good. There was something about it where like even playing it as it came out, you'd come back and be like, this game left so little impression on me. I literally don't remember these characters. Where I guess me and this guy were rolling together the last episode. I don't even remember. Like it was for some reason it just did not leave a mark on me. But Tell Me Why I'm very much enjoying. It's on
Tell me why.
Tell me.
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
That's Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, I don't ever want to hear you say. It's about twins. It's about I don't know how much to really say. It's one of those games. It's walking and talking and making choices, and little symbols come up, and they're like, "Ooh, someone's gonna remember that."
Episodic.
Yep, episodic. They're out weekly. Third episode. It's all out.
Weekly.
Yep, the weekly schedule. Fucking awesome. I am a firm believer of leaving a little bit of time between these episodes. A week.
7 days.
Perfect amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I still got to play that 3rd episode and see how it wraps. It's only a 3-parter as well, which, it's not really overstaying its welcome. It doesn't feel like. I really like it.
The month or so between the Life is Strange 2 or whatever.
Or like 3 months for some of the episodes,
Yeah,
I think
it
it
seems
was.
like a lot. Because, from the impression that you guys give me, it's just like underwhelming story. And then, 3 months later, the next installment comes out, and you're like, I don't really even want
And also,
to play
Daniel
this.
fucking sucks in that game. I do not like Life is Strange 2. Every single episode of Life is Strange 2 is Kid Brother is shitty. Kid Brother gets into trouble because he's a shitty kid. Problem solved. Let's go to the next episode. Oh, Kid Brother's being shitty. Oh, it got us into some trouble again because he's a shitty kid.
It's like life, man.
Just like
Great.
life.
Just
Rinse
like
and
life.
repeat.
Yeah.
Life is strange.
Life. Whoa.
But tell me why.
I don't know why yet. There's a mystery. I'm learning more about the mystery. I really can't say much without spoiling anything, but I'm at the end of every episode, I'm left going, oh shit, in a way that makes me want to play the next one.
Elevator pitch, like you and I are on an elevator.
Okay, twins.
This
Their
elevator ride sucks.
mother. One of them kills their mother allegedly in self-defense.
Oh, crazy!
And you are coming back to. She has. I don't know why you're coming back to sell her house. I don't remember what the event that brings you and your sister back together is.
It's haunted now.
Well, they think it's haunted, yeah. But
Oh.
you like that's not they just call it a haunted house. That's not a part of. But you and your sister are brought back together to go and sell your mother's house, and you kind of start to learn that maybe things aren't quite how you remembered it when you were a child.
That's kind of cool. Like
It's very good. It's very intriguing.
Same aesthetic as those other games.
Yep, it runs really well though. Like the engine, they have clearly done work on that engine. I think it looks and runs very, very well.
Good.
Yeah, I really like it, and it's on Game Pass as well. So if you have Game Pass,
Is there an option at the beginning of the game to just hire a real estate agent and then it just rolls credits?
Yeah.
it's a choice
Can
I
you
made in
sell this for
episode
us,
2. There's a
please?
choice about. I got a call from a realtor in episode 2, and they're like, "We got this guy who wants to come look at the house," and it's a choice you have to make. Like he's offering cash, and your brother's like, "I'm not really. I don't think we're ready yet." And the choice is, do you want to show him the house or not? I haven't seen how it's going to pay out yet, but I was
Oh.
like, dude. This guy's offering cash for this old shitty fucking. Who killed you? Yes, we're ready. Let's go.
We're here to sell the house. What do you
Yeah.
mean we're not ready?
Yeah, and he's like, oh, and then the thing at the end was like, 72%. Tyler felt you didn't respect their time by showing the house or whatever. Like, Tyler, get a fucking grip. The real estate sucks ass up here. This dude's paying cash.
So are you playing as both of the twins, like switching back and forth?
Yeah, you kind of flip between them. Yeah, and they have a ability, a supernatural ability, like these games do. But yeah, it's very good. I really enjoy it.
Is it telling too much to tell us what that ability is?
They can. I think I already said they can communicate telepathically.
Yeah,
and
like
they can
twins.
kind of just like real twins.
I've got twin sisters, and they feel like they say that like yes, they can read
they
each
have
other's minds.
they describe it as a voice.
I'm like fuck off.
And
outta here with
and
that
they can
shit.
also they can like kind of share each other's memories. Where I'm not really sure how it works, but they see memories sometimes. If someone be like, oh, I remember this thing from a kid, and like if they focus really hard, they can relive the memory, see the memory again. It's very good. I really enjoy it. Tell me why. On Game Pass. Fucking Game Pass, you guys. What a deal. Oh my goodness. We'll talk about a little bit of news, but whew, Game Pass, just better and better.
It's getting good.
Yeah, I mean, Ben has good. Let's take a break. You gotta take that? Let's take a quick break. Oliver, you gotta take a phone call.
No, that's
I gotta
nothing.
take a bathroom break.
Sure.
And and Oliver. And we'll see you here on the other side of this musical. Let's talk about some news, gentlemen.
Tell me about video game news. I haven't looked into video game news in fucking a long time.
This is a good week for it. The Xbox Series X and Series S got revealed. November the 10th.
That's what they're called, X and S.
Yeah, the big one is the X. The little one that looks like it has a like speaker on the side. It's just a grill for a fan. Is the S.
These are the new
These
consoles.
are the new Xboxes. That's right. Out November the 10th.
Those are pretty good price points. Is that Canadian?
No.
Oh,
This is
what
American.
the fuck?
$299 for the S. So the S, they're billing it as it'll do 1440p. It's 60 FPS. They say up to 120 frames on some games. But it sounds like if you only have a 1080 TV, if you don't care about 4K, it sounds like the S will do you just fine. $299, and that Xbox All Access, that financing thing, was only available in the States, I think, and now they're opening up like 12 other countries, Canada included, which is 0% APR financing, Game Pass included, for $25 or $35 depending on which box you get. Those are American prices, so they'll probably be whatever they are in Canadian. But they come with a year Game Pass, and it turns out it is a fucking super good deal.
Yeah, especially if you put it on your credit card and then immediately cancel that credit card.
Well, then they probably take the box back.
How are they going to get it back?
Repo it? I don't know.
Come and
but,
fucking pick that box up from my house.
Yeah.
I never got an Xbox.
send
That was my
heavies to
roommate. He
your door.
moved out.
um,
Didn't give me a forwarding address either.
but it comes.
Disappeared off the map.
So it comes with that year of Game Pass, and it works out. It's like $100 less or something if you finance it with the Game Pass in the box. You save X amount of dollars. I hope it stacks with current Game Time Pass, because me and everyone I know have 3 years of Game Pass, because we're like, ooh, 3 years for $1, huh? Let's fucking do this. Hopefully it stacks with current Game Pass. Even if it doesn't, probably
still free.
Probably still a good deal. Well, no, because if I already have Game Pass for 24 months, I think is the term. It is 24 months. Then I'd be paying $100 more for the box because I'm just wasting my Game Pass. But if it stacks up, then it is a good deal. And the thought of $25 a month for a Series X and Game Pass is like incredible. Is the most affordable video games have ever been by a ridiculous factor. Like there's so many games for $25 a month is crazy.
Yeah, especially with like 0%.
Yeah, it is a good deal if
What's
you
the conversion?
pay your payment plan.
$4.99?
It's about 650 Canadian.
Yeah, 1.35 about that right now.
Yeah, probably
0%. Like fucking yeah.
Probably $40 a month,
Yeah.
$45 a month Canadian, something like that.
PlayStation doing that shit?
They traditionally haven't, and we'll see. We don't know. PlayStation hasn't announced price.
What's that
release
thing that
date.
they said with PS3? Is like people who want it will get a second job for it.
Is that really what they?
Yeah, at one point.
Jesus
I think I remember we talked about that.
What was the expensive
yeah.
one? That was
That was
not
the PS3.
Yeah, PS3. That was fucking exorbitant.
The Xbox was PS3. Yes, that was years and years and years ago.
Yeah, and they're like,
That'd be
well,
cause.
the people that want it will get a second
Probably
job.
cause Hive and like go get another job, you lazy fuckers.
But like a payment plan at 0% is totally all good.
Yeah, with cheaper Game Pass also. Like it is a very good deal, and you can kind of see these two different approaches where Microsoft is very much going services and payment plans and get you in this ecosystem. And we don't know what Sony's doing, but they have very much talked about how like we believe in generations, and you're gonna buy a new $600 box, and our first party is strong enough that you'll pay whatever we ask, basically.
Also, their first party games are fucking bangers, though.
Have been this generation.
I know the question's coming up, but like, let's talk TVs when that comes up.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a new TV, didn't you?
Yeah, a couple months ago now. Yeah, it's dope. Brando got a new TV also. Brando, because Brando's moving soon, I guess he got a cheaper. We'll talk about that. We got a question about TVs. We'll talk about
316's breaking up?
Yeah, eventually.
Oh.
This, I don't know when, but yeah, he's moving up. Yeah, that's the new Xbox. I could read stats for the S. I don't have much to report.
You're going for the X?
Yeah, if I didn't stream for a living, well, I don't know. It's hard to imagine that life. But if I bought the 4K TV knowing that like I gotta get ready for 4K, I fully plan to spend $2,000 on consoles. Like it's my job.
Yeah.
I can justify it. If I wouldn't have bought that new TV, man, $299 for that S is, especially someone like me who's like, maybe I'm not even gonna get an Xbox. Maybe everything can just be on PC now. $299 for that S is. Woo!
Especially at this payment plan with the Game Pass, for
Yeah.
sure. And the way that you were talking about, like, shit that they're giving out with the Game Pass.
Yeah, like I bet Avengers runs okay on that Series S, and that would probably be good enough for me.
Great.
Ubisoft had their Ubisoft Forward stream. They continue to suck. Ubisoft is terrible. The sexual assault allegations continue. Obviously, when I say Ubisoft sucks, I know we have some listeners who work at Ubisoft. Obviously, I don't mean the good brothers and sisters down there in the code mines, churning out the games. I mean Eve and his brothers.
Chad still listen?
Yeah, I don't know if he listens, but he pops in the stream sometimes.
Fucking
I know. I don't know who. I can't remember who. Someone got in touch on the stream and said that they started listening 10 years ago, and they finally got their dream job working something at Ubisoft, software engineer at Ubisoft or something. What?
Dream job.
Quote unquote dream job.
Yeah, I'm putting up the quotes.
It's just because you and I are cynical. It's because we're cynical old veterans.
Us, yeah, okay, sure. Like, fucking all the shit that's going on.
Yes.
And the shit that has been going on.
So, anyways, Eve put out a statement. Literally, he did not point his finger physically, but he might as well have, being like, there are some of you in the Ubisoft family that haven't been upholding our values, and we've come down hard on them, and it claims zero accountability for it. It is a fucking bad statement in a way that, like, especially Jason Schreier is running a story over on Bloomberg right now about how these complaints have been around for years, decades in some cases, and Eve has just swept them under the rug. But you can go do that research for yourself. They also said they were not going to air that message during their forward stream because of time constraints in the live stream that they host and put on and could have fit that thing in. What they really mean is, like their last press event where they didn't bring it up, there are members of the audience who don't know about these rampant sexual assault allegations that continue. So obviously we're not going to bring it up to them. Real fucking shitty. Ubisoft is... Ugh. So I'm not going to read too much from their stream. You can go watch their trailers if you want. That's kind of all it was. But they showed a Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake is coming in 2021. I think it kind of looks like it. I don't want to seem like I'm sour on Ubisoft. I think it kind of looks like shit. I don't know. I'm like, oh great, Sands of Time remake, fucking rad. Seeing that thing, like, I guess maybe I wish they were doing more of a pass on it. It looks like an up-res version of Sands of Time. They showed Gods and Monsters, which was kind of that Breath of the Wild, Shadow of the Colossus kind of God of War looking thing. Apparently, is now called. I wrote the name down here somewhere.
Immortals: Rise of Phoenix.
Immortals: Rise of Phoenix, which I think is way fucking worse than Gods and Monsters. It looks cool though. It looks like Shadow of the Colossus. Like you're a little person fighting very big monsters that you're climbing up on and stuff. And it has that kind of Breath of the Wild cell shading, which I think looks real nice. And some other stuff, but fuck Ubisoft.
I know that you've always done these fucking things, and
What?
these news stories and these fucking show notes.
Yeah.
But man, did it ever occur to me that you are fucking editorializing on these fucking news stories?
Fuck Ubisoft.
That's what an editor does. That's the point of
I guess
being
so.
an editor.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is...
I don't want to call you out, but I
We're
just
not a
called you
reporting...
out.
Okay, I would love to hear the other side of this. I would love to hear the not fuck Ubisoft. I would love to hear the, you know what, Eve is doing a good job. That white millionaire...
Prince of Persia: Sands of Time was a banger when it came out.
Oh, I agree.
Back in
2003.
yes.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Was that the one based on the movie? No, it
It would
wasn't.
be way before the movie.
Yeah.
The movie was based on it.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, Chesty Jake. He's very chesty in that movie.
It's not a good movie.
Not a good movie.
Okay, editorialize away.
It's my job,
I know.
sir.
I know.
That's
I'm
what
just
I'm here
giving
to
you
do.
shit.
The 35th anniversary of Nintendo, of Mario. Not Nintendo. Mario happened. Nintendo had a little direct. They showed the 3D Allstars collection. This was rumored for a long time. Super Mario 64, which is, as I understand it, just that game again. Like, not remade, not touched up. I think it is just Mario 64, running at a kind of better frame rate and resolution. Super Mario Sunshine, bleh, and Super Mario Galaxy, which is very good. I heard that Galaxy still has the motion controls, so it sounds like you cannot play it in the Switch handheld, because Galaxy, remember, had the second player could, like, collect. They weren't coins, they were
that's
star
right.
bits. They were bits that the second player could collect, and that is still in there, apparently. They showed this, like, real toy Mario Kart where you buy a, like, RC car, and it has a camera in it, and I think you watch it on your phone, and there's like AR, like shells are being shot, and
Yeah, you make courses. It comes with little markers that you put around your house that you use to make the course
That's
with, and you you physically drive the cart around your house.
It seems kind of neat. They're like $100 each though, and like, how do you get? Like, does mom buy her kid 8 of these? Like $800 worth of toys for you to have your Mario Kart race with the kids on the block?
With all the boys.
They showed Super Mario 3D World is coming to Switch, which is dope. Super Mario 3D World is fucking rad and was only on the 3DS. So probably a lot of... Well, 3DS was pretty popular, but people might not have played it. It's got new levels, some part of something called Bowser's Fury, which I don't know if that's... I have no idea what that is, a DLC pack or what, but includes new levels. The original Super Mario All-Stars available on Switch, which is Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers
the
Lost
2D
Levels,
ones.
and Super Mario Brothers.
1, 2, 3 Lost Levels and
Not
World.
not 2.
Was it not 2?
No.
Then it was 1, 3 World and Lost Levels.
Yeah, the
Yeah, that
traditional
sounds,
ones.
that sounds right. And they also showed this... I don't know what it's called. I think it might be called Mario Battle Royale, but this free-to-play thing... before I move on, that 3D collection, the Mario 3D collection, only on sale until March 31st for some reason. So buy it before March 31st before it goes into the fucking
Like,
Disney
limited?
vault, I guess, into the Nintendo vault. Apparently limited. It was very strange.
Weird.
yeah, they're going to take it off digital sale too. Like digital and physical is going to disappear on March 31st for some reason. And they showed Mario Battle Royale, 35 players. You are trying to get through the original Mario Brothers as fast as you can. And every time you kill an enemy, it is sending it to another player's screen. It's like Tetris 99, where you see every other Mario board, and you can pick where you send your trash to.
I would be so fucking on board with something like that. That sounds like so much fun.
Is that like literally 35 players start from 1-1?
Yeah, but we're all on our own 1-1.
Oh, okay.
And then like you're like Tetris, you have your own Tetris board. You're spawning trash. You jump on a Koopa, and then the Koopa spawns on my level. Like, you fucking dick. That Koopa slowed me down.
That'd be cool if you had like the ghosts, so you could see where everyone else's progress is as you're going.
That would be cool.
Would be, yeah.
Nintendo did a takedown. There was I think it was like a Flash game just like that, where it was 35 Marios on a level, and you could you got the star and killed the other Marios, and Nintendo took them down because they were probably going to make this. And I think this is also only available for a limited time, which is crazy. Control. We were talking a little bit about Control last week. They for their next gen upgrade, their Ultimate Edition is the only way to get the free next gen upgrade. If you bought the game and the season pass, you don't get next gen upgrade. They had a big long statement I read here about how blockers stopping us from. I have the statement again. Unfortunately, unable to offer an upgrade path to all existing Control players. Even though they accidentally upgraded everyone on PlayStation 4 to the Ultimate Edition. Whoops. And then quickly we're like, whoa, we can't. Turn it back. We can't upgrade everyone.
We said we couldn't, so we can't.
Yeah, it makes it seem a little... It's like, remember that time when they're like... Sony was like, no, of crossplay. No, we can't do cross. That's impossible. And then Fortnite or Rocket League? I can't remember who. Someone accidentally turned it on. And
Fortnite.
Was it Fortnite?
I think so.
And then Sony was like, oh, I guess we can. It totally feels almost like that, where hopefully there's some good... freedom fighter in 505 who's like, push the button, we can do it, because the people who bought the base console version of that game got so hosed performance wise. They should get that next gen version.
Is it better now?
The next gen version will be it'll on the new consoles, it will run better. Is the game itself better? Not
so
that much.
Like current generation, it hasn't improved.
It has improved from launch, but it's not great.
Okay.
Yeah,
but I mean,
it's playable. More playable than
you're
Avengers.
You're out there flying that Game of the Year flag, so...
I believe I said favorite game of all time. One of my favorite games of all time
there you go,
was what I said. Not for the way it plays. Like Metal Gear, not for the way it plays. And my last story here. They showed the new NVIDIA graphics cards, which we don't really talk about very often, but these new graphics cards are super fucking powerful and super fucking cheap. Where the consoles and computer graphics were like kind of almost on the same tier. We were on for NVIDIA cards around the 2 series. I have a 2060 and a 2070 in my computers at home. And the consoles are right around there, right around a 2070. These new NVIDIA GPUs are in some cases literally twice the performance over the cards that I have and are in the consoles for about half the price of what you would normally pay. The price has gone way down and the performance has gone way up.
So is it going to be is it going to be a 4140?
What 41?
That's what they're going to call it. It can't be a 2070. It's got to be a 4140.
It's the 3060, 3070, 3080. Although I don't think they've shown the 3060 yet. They always. There's no joke here, Oliver. You're looking for a joke?
I'm not looking for a joke. I'm just like, you guys are talking fucking...
I mean, I made a joke. He said it was double the performance, so I just doubled the number.
It's a bad joke. The way they had a 9 series, there was a 960, a 970, a 980, and they had a 10 series. There was a 1070, a 1060, a 1070, a 1080.
I've just never been savvy.
And then they had a 2 series, 260, 270, 2. You with me?
No.
Okay.
The only thing I know about computers is I have a friend who I say, hey, build me a new computer. And then he says, what's your budget? And then I tell him my budget. And then he says, send me some money and I'll do it. That's the only thing I know about computers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know you got computer guys will talk this way. That's why, again, being away from the show for a while, I was just fucking like, you guys are talking. You guys are talking.
Code from the Matrix just started.
And yeah, you guys are understanding what you guys are saying.
Kevin wasn't. Kevin was just.
I thought
just
you
talking
were,
bullshit.
so you fooled me.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
But yes, these new cards, incredibly powerful. Incredibly powerful. It seems like 4K and ray tracing is a very reasonable thing now, where it kind of wasn't before.
I don't even know what any of that means either.
4K is the resolution. Ray tracing is a way of calculating lighting. That
I
makes
don't
it
know
look
what
very, very
resolution
realistic. Resolution is how many pixels are on your screen.
So that's like 1080 by 720.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
1920 by 1080 is there 1920 pixels on the top and 1080 pixels down the side.
Isn't ray
So,
tracing?
but wouldn't that be more than 4,000?
Well, 4000 is 4K is like what 2160 by. It's not actually 4000 by.
So they're just lying to us.
Yeah, 4K is not actually 4K.
Fuck. I'm never getting a 4K TV.
Yeah.
I'll show up
I
when
think
they
you
get to
have
5K.
one already, don't you?
I don't know, maybe.
What is 4K resolution? That's a good question. It is 3840 by 2164. Oh, so it is almost 4K, I guess. It's right below it. 3840 by 2160.
Just round up.
But the movie projection industry uses 4096 by 2160. That one is literally 4K. Games are going to look real good on these new consoles. Podcast at talkingreckless.com is an email address. That goes beautifully into this question. I pulled up the Discord where you can drop these as well. Go to talkingreckless.com and join our Discord. Backlash wrote in and said, TV recommendations for the PS5 or Series X, which are the 4K consoles.
And he puts a...
But yeah, sub $1,500 in here.
Is that legit?
I assume it's American.
Yeah, so that's like 3K Canadian.
$5.
We got a big
That's not
budget to go
3K
here, boys.
Canadian. It's like
You're right, it's probably
20.
4K.
20. I'll find out what it is.
I don't want to spend that much anymore for a TV.
1.35. It's like $1,920.
That's not so bad.
Because what you were saying, what were you saying about the Series S?
Yeah, two grand.
It does 1080p
Yeah.
and no need to like upgrade from that.
Well, it can't output 4K, so you could have a 4K display, but it would just be displaying 1440p or 1080. I got one of the LG OLEDs, the series that you and I were watching for a long, long, long time. I think I have the either B6 or B9 or either the B or the C series. And I got mine on sale. Waited a long time for it to go as low as it did. Mine was like 1,400 Canadian, which is like, I don't know, 1,200 American, 1,100 American, something like that.
Around there.
Which is very affordable for that OLED. The contrast and the HDR on it is like stunning, jaw dropping. The first time you see that stuff is like whoa, especially if you come from an old display where like they're showing dark scenes when the TV would show black and you're like, oh, you can tell the TV's on. Now when my TV shows a black screen, I can never tell if the TV is on or off. Like it is true deep black in a way, and very bright whites where like headlights in night scenes sometimes you're like, oh, it's too bright. It's really stunning. And the OLED panels are supposed to have really, really, really good contrast. The downside to them is no one knows how long they're gonna last. No one they dim pretty fast. It seems like 5-6 years might be all you get out of one of those panels. No one's really sure yet. Brando, I know, bought the TCL. I don't know the model, but he bought the 4K TCL LCD, which I think was about.
What is TCL even?
That's the brand,
Wow.
the make.
Really?
Yeah. I think he said he paid about $700 Canadian, which is like, I don't know, $450 American, $500 American. And again, has HDR, but the contrast is still very good. I don't know if it is 700 Canadian dollars. I don't know if my TV is 700 Canadian more dollars better than Brando's, but
Similar size or?
yep. Yeah, very similar size. Mine was twice the price because of the OLED panel.
What size do you guys get?
55. Mine's a 55. His is right around there. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, two different options. I really, if you are like looking to upgrade, and Brando said if he wasn't moving, he would have went and got the OLED, but I guess he's moving right away. That's another thing. Moving them, it seems impossible. Keep the boxes and things, because mine is, I'm not exaggerating, a 1/16 of an inch thick.
Really?
Yeah, like when you pick it up, you cannot hold it by the top. It is just a pane of glass. You cannot hold it by the top. It has a base you have to hold it by, and as you're moving it, you can see waves in the glass. It is so thin that it is like...
it seems like you can like just crumple those.
Yeah, if you were... Like, if you grabbed by the top, it would just fold in half on you. It's so fucking thin and terrifying to move.
LG, you said, right?
Yeah, I got the LG OLEDs. Those are the only two TVs I really know about, because those are the ones I Brando and I've been keeping tabs on. Haven't been on my TV game that much now that I've made the upgrade.
Yeah.
But that LG OLED is a really good price point, quality kind of inflection point. I would highly recommend it.
I sure shit don't want to pay fucking $5,000 for a TV anymore.
No, you should get the one I got. We bought the same TV last time.
Yeah.
You should
Do
get
it
this
again.
new one I have now. Yeah, very affordable. $1,400. Very affordable for that TV.
Yeah.
It looks real nice. Oh, does it look nice? And it's got like I never it's the first smart TV I've had too, so it has all the I don't have to turn my Xbox on to watch Netflix anymore, which I never realized such a hassle. Turn the Xbox on, the thing's pumping out heat, you're using all that extra power. Controller dies.
Controller turns
Is the
off.
UI as good, like
Yeah.
using the remote? Because
Yeah.
I know I've
It's
used
crazy.
the
It's got
remote.
motion controls now that actually work. It makes me think the Wii would work great now because it's like a pointing wand. And I'm like, fuck, this works. Where's Skyward Sword with this? Like, this works way better. But yeah, I really like my TV. Waited a lot of years though. Waited probably like 5 or 6 years. I was watching that thing to go down.
Yeah, like 5 or 6 years after, like some. Because when did we buy ours?
2005, maybe.
That's old.
When did Metal Gear
old.
4 come out? It was right around then.
That's very old.
Maybe like 2006, 2007.
Yeah,
But
I want
hey,
to say like
fucking-
2006 or so, because I remember it came out the year that I moved into my apartment or the house on the north side.
Yeah, so probably
15 years with
15
a TV,
years.
That's legit.
Yeah. We paid
Man.
a lot for those. We paid a lot for those TVs.
We just recently wall mounted that TV, and it's fucking thick and heavy,
Yeah.
and it sucks.
Yeah, and it doesn't even look great anymore. It's been so long.
I don't even know the difference,
Oh.
but yeah, I'm sure. Like once I get something new, I'm like, oh, that thing was a piece of shit.
Yeah,
It was
this
a
time.
looks like a piece of poo.
Kev, do you have any thoughts on TVs?
I bought a TV.
It's true.
I went to Costco, and my requirement was my old TV was a 61-inch, and I needed to get a bigger TV. So I found one that was 65 inches, and I bought that one.
Good.
It had a name on it that I recognized. It's a Samsung.
I think
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a brand.
I think Costco's like the way to go too.
Yeah.
Mine came from London Drugs. London Drugs had the one on sale.
So yeah, now my only requirement for my next TV is it has to be bigger than 65 inches.
Oh, it's just a fucking
Always bigger, eh?
Yeah.
It's not always about the
arm
size.
increase.
Nick wrote in and said, "Hey guys, does anyone still play WoW, classic or retail? Is anyone planning to play Shadowlands when it comes out, which is in like 3 weeks or
Yeah,
something?"
super soon.
Do you still play? You don't still play?
I do not still play. I did recently install because I was like really in a don't know what I want to play.
A dark place.
Dark place. I think it was actually right after I finished Last of Us 2. I'm like,
A really dark place.
what do I want to play now? Like, what's going on here? Like, I'll play a little bit of this. I bought that Command and Conquer remaster, and then that first level really pissed me off that I got stuck on, and I haven't played it since then. So, yeah, I installed it. Was thinking about upping my subscription again and playing again.
For retail or for classic?
For retail.
Yeah.
Classic, I played Classic. It was great when I played it, but I'm at the point now where I don't think I could go back.
Yeah.
Just because the life cycle of Classic has gone so quickly
Yeah, they're in
that I'm way too far behind.
AQ is already done.
Yeah, I'd have to like find some guild that has like 7 raid teams going and just join at the bottom tier and work my way through Molten Core still and stuff like that. So that doesn't interest me. Like, thinking about going back doing some pet battles. Still,
You should just play a Pokemon game. You should just play a real pet battle game.
but yeah, I'm still on the fence if I'm gonna get the expansion.
Yeah.
It's
You know any like you call any of the feature set or anything? Covenants are the big.
I know nothing about any of it.
Everybody's up in arms because you have to choose. There are 4 covenants, and they say they want it to be a like core part of your character identity, like your class or your race, something you pick, and that is you forever. That is part of your identity. And everybody hates it. Everybody just because everyone's just gonna pick the min max best one, and that's the one you have to pick. And I don't. I re-upped my retail subscription and leveled up because they had double XP going on. So I'm gonna get some of these low characters max level or whatever. I don't think I'm gonna play Shadowlands. I kind of thought I might when I re-upped it. I don't. Blizzard doesn't have a lot of goodwill with me right now, and like, again, I only play WoW in the deepest throes of my depression when I'm at my rope's end. Fuck, I need to play WoW. That's when I need to call. That's when I need my sponsor.
Yeah, Warren, I'm about to play.
Help me. I'm about to.
Like,
I'm gonna buy Shadowlands. Talk me out of it.
I'm either gonna clean my washroom or I'm gonna play World of Warcraft.
I need you to come over. Save me.
Tune into this week's Tron to find out why I was crying on the floor of my bathroom for Warren.
I was gonna say when, like mid-October or something, or early October.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Yeah, because I took a week off in October because I have vacation time out of my ass apparently at work still. So
Birthday times.
yeah, so I took my birthday week off.
Nice.
I tend to do that every year now just because
I think I'm gonna start doing that too.
I always have so much time left over, especially this year when like
27th.
Oh, 27th. That's after
End
my
of
vacation,
October,
so
yeah.
there's like no chance of me picking it up then.
Now that I have like vacation time, I think I'm gonna start doing that as like a
Yeah.
tradition thing.
But yeah, like normally I would go to my brother's place during the summer, and because of everything that's happened this year, that trip got kind of fucked over. So
Yeah.
had extra time, figured, whatever. But yeah, I doubt I'll pick it up. I'll see what happens, but
Yeah.
it's probably not going to happen.
I often get swept up in the release of it. That I'll probably end up with the expansion and play a month and be like, this is fine.
Get to max level, maybe play a raid or two, do
Yeah.
the dungeons, check out what's new, and
At most, that'll be what I do.
Yeah.
But we'll see. It'll really depend on what else is going on, what other games are out at that time.
that's the thing, right? It's one of those games where it's either the only game you play or it's the game that you play for a month and then move on.
Yeah. Podcast, talkmarks.com, email address, so you can drop these on our Discord. Go check out our Patreon if you haven't already. The rework is done, and like I said on the top of the show, you only have the second week of September? Only 2 weeks left to get in on those early tier benefits. The It's Donkey Kong Time shirt and the anime podcast and stuff. So go check that out, patreon.com/talkmarklesspodcast. D&D Rolling Reckless back on Sunday, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard. Come and join us here on the channel. I think we're going to go hell or high water.
Yes.
Kevin's crossing his fingers. I think we have to play with you and me, Kevin. Fuck it. That'd be kind of weird. I've always thought about 2-person D&D or like maybe 3-person D&D and how weird or not weird that may or may not be.
I've done actually a couple 2-person D&D ones.
Yeah.
Like DM and player?
Yep, DM and one player. Both times I was the player. One time was in university and it went quite well. And the second time was with a mutual friend of ours as the DM.
Sorry to hear that.
And it did not go well.
What did they do in university when whoever your DM was it just like you're just doing a dungeon by yourself? Like what D&D for one person?
No, we
is so
still
interesting.
had NPCs and we still did role playing and stuff like that.
Did you have a party? Like
No,
an
it was
NPC party?
Just me. One person.
That'd be all right.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of work. Like with 6 of us around the table in D&D, you get a lot of like breaks in the role playing to get your shit together. But if it was just 2 of you,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
always
you're
have to be on. There's
always
no
on.
time.
Both of you
Yeah.
are always on.
That'd be interesting. I'd like to maybe try that sometime. I don't know. That'd be fun.
Role playing's like my favorite part of the
Yeah,
game.
I like role playing a lot too. Role playing's dope. Go check out Rolling Reckless. We have a YouTube channel for it. Everybody puts in a lot of work. It's super fun. It's so rad. Even if you never listened to D&D ever, a lot of people who never even knew what D&D was start listening to the show. Like, man, I really love D&D. It turns out.
Right, yeah.
A lot of people.
Love that.
So go and check it out. Even if you've never played a role playing game in your life, don't even know what they are. It's a lot of fun. It's six friends all kind of improvising around a table. It's a very good time. I think that's all I have to say. Other than thank you very much, Oliver, coming out of retirement here for this one.
Yeah, summer retirement.
Got you. We'll send you back off to the farm for a few months. And,
Yeah.
you know how it is.
Yeah, well, like,
Shoot your
the
guns
part-timer,
and-
right? I'll defend my championship.
Yeah, we'll see you at
So to speak.
SummerSlam or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Next Big Four. Kevin Byer, thank you very much.
Thank
Thankful
you.
of this podcast as always. And you at home, thanks so much for listening. To all the new patrons, thank you for your support. Go check that out. Patreon.com/TalkingMarksPodcast. And the Control spoiler cast. I don't know if I said that on the main show either. 3 hours of an exhaustive video essay on Control. Also covers Quantum Break and Alan Wake. So I really, really did my research on that one. Go check that out on the Patreon as well. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you very much for listening. We'll see you here next week on the next edition of the Talking Marks podcast. We'll see you then.